everybody. I am Kimberly Freilinger and welcome to my channel. I was going to talk tonight a little bit about tippins. I've done a video on this before, you can see it on my channel, but I've come up with some new ideas and new ways I've used tippins, so I wanted to show you in case you wanted to add these kind of techniques and ideas to your Bible journaling. So the first one is to go ahead and buy tippins. You can get them from Illustrated Faith and from some other companies, and they're made to fit perfectly in the margins of your Bible, and they're just perforated tear outs. This actually comes off. It's perforated here. So you can see how you can washi tape that in, and then you can be able to flip it up, or you can washi tape it on the back side here to here, and it would hinge this way, which makes it really easy to write both in your column and on here, or you could hinge it out this way. So there's a bunch of ways you can hinge, and I'm going to show you some new ideas that I've come up with. But I want to show you some homemade tippins and how I've added on to tippins and more and more and more. So this is a set from the Print and Pray shop called, I think, The Best Mess or Big Old Mess or Hot Mess Jesus Chick something. I don't remember, but my ministry is called the Modern Mess Princess, so I couldn't wait to use these printouts because I love embracing a messy life, because it just is. So yeah, right, let's get honest about it. So for this page, I had a lot of writing on the page before, and it was kind of shadowing through, so I made my own paper for these little sections that you see right here with paint that just matched the colors that were in the Print and Pray shop cutouts. And then this one is totally glued down. It is not a tip-in at all. It looks like it could be, and it very well could have been, but I wanted to kind of cover up the shadowing from all the writing on the other page. And this was pretty much the journaling I wanted to do anyway on this page. But this page, I did a tip-in with all sorts of stuff added to it. So I want you to know that you can build on these, whether it's a store-bought one or whether it's one that you make yourself. You can build on them, and so you can cover up a whole page like this and still be able to see all the words. So with this, the tip-in is obviously right here, and I hinged it on the outside edge here with some washi that I actually went ahead and taped on the back side of the page because I figured the pinks kind of work anyway. So I did that, and then I put words and stuff on top of it, and words on this, and all this kind of stuff, but none of it covers up the words, because watch this. I don't know, I think this is pretty fun. Oh, look at that. So this is glued down, and this is glued down. Up here we've got washi tape, and this whole page, everything here is glued solid, but this whole collage right here is all on a washi hinge, and it's all really sturdy. So look at all this journaling space I have. I haven't gone back and journaled yet, but I've got journaling space there, journaling space there. I could add some paper to the back of this, or some white paint to cover it up, so that I could journal on the back of this also. So there's just so much journaling room, and I love that the design kind of goes through the whole, it's a 2-page layout, and I was able to put in a bunch of color and a bunch of craziness, and make my own paper for this, but still be able to read every single word that is on these 2 pages, because I generally do not like to cover up my words. I've done it once, it was by mistake, and I already learned that, well, it was fine at the time, but I tried to go back and do a lesson on that page, and obviously I couldn't. So I wanted to show you this tip-in too, because it's another similar idea. I just watercolored on some paper, then I tore the rough edge so you could see the white edging against the pink paint, and I loved that. Then I just adhered these are vellum pieces that they talk about memory, memories, and memoir, memory lane, and this was thankful for lessons learned, so, and wisdom. So I went ahead and made this little tip in, and then I was able to journal there. I can journal some here if I want to, but again, all this is going across the page, but you can still see all the words on the page. And then this you can see through because it's printed on the sticker paper, and this was stamped on there using a Pitt big brush marker on my stamp. So I just colored the stamp and stamped it on, and then I outlined it in white so that you could kind of see it a little bit better. It probably doesn't show up that well on camera, but I thought that was pretty fun. Now I lost my bookmark, but there's another one I wanted to show you. So I did like a little mini tip in. See if I can find it real quick. Oh well, here's another one that I can show you while I'm looking. Where I did a tip in on the bottom because I'd already done some notes on here, and I could have just left it and it would be fine, but this was day 10 for our gratitude documented, and I wanted the whole page just kind of to look like it was that, but I also didn't want to lose the journaling that I'd already put there, so that's how I used a tip in there. And then, oh, where's my little micro-sized tip in? It should stand out. I'm not looking far enough back in the Bible. Here's a store-bought tip in also that's a unique size, so that's kind of fun. Shoot, I had the page marked. Sorry, you guys. And of course now I can't find it, and the bookmark fell out. So basically what I did, I might just have to tell you. Oh, good grief. This is silly. Sorry, you guys. I had the page marked and the bookmarker fell out. But I thought it'd be easy to find, too. Here's another tip in that I hinged this way so you can see how it's hinged that way. So I've got plenty of journaling space still there. Oh, good gravy. Okay, so since I can't find it, I will just describe what I did. So, I took a really thin piece of paper because I had some sermon notes on the bottom of my page, and it was a page that I wanted to go in and do a new layout on. Ooh, I did find it. Yay, we found it. Okay, so I already had some sermon notes written right here and down here, and I didn't want to lose those sermon notes. So this is a little teeny tiny, it's from the Print and Pray shop, and it can be like washi tape if you print it on clear paper, but I printed this one on cardstock, and then I was able to make it a little tip in so I don't lose my sermon notes, but it also, my sermon notes now don't interrupt this whole page that was from Gratitude Documented Day 8. And I have sermon notes right here, and I can see them through this sticker because I printed it on transparent sticker paper. So that's kind of fun. And then I love building off of, as you can tell, I love building off of the tip-ins to make them bigger, and it's just a fun way to be able to get more stuff on your page. This isn't really a tip-in, but this is like a little 3D thing. I just ended up hot gluing the two pieces of twine here. So there's just so many ways that you can get funky, fun stuff. This one's just paper clipped in, super easy, with a little ribbon clip I made. And so there's just so many ways to get such cool stuff in your Bible and not have to cover up the words. So if you're one like me that doesn't want the words covered up, right here, there's a couple of words covered up, but I can tell by context clues what they are gonna say. And I actually put this word right here because there was a natural kind of space and a title heading that wasn't as important. So if it does look like something is placed over my words, it's because I can read from context clues what those words are, or it's just a title like that I know I don't really need to be able to read. Well, and here's a little note. If you're feeling like all this stuff is a little intimidating and you think, I'm not creative enough to do this, I want to say baloney, that you are creative enough to do this. Like this one, this is only stickers and these are gelatos, but you could use crayons, colored pencils, markers, doesn't matter. This is just stickers and markers making a cross. So you can totally do this, and you gotta see where I started. I started with this, with just a highlighter and my pen and a teeny little bit of skinny washi tape that I owned. That's how my art journaling started, probably I think back in April. And so it's just been through learning techniques that I enjoy, experimenting with things, some things going well, some things going not so well, that I've been able to really kind of get my style going. It's obviously a messy style, some are messier than others, but I just want to encourage you that, see, it just started out with me and my highlighters. It started there. So you don't have to get all fancy, and there's no, if you watch different tutorials, here's the page that I covered up, oops. If you watch different tutorials, you'll see that different people have different styles. You'll see that some people are kind of messy, some people are kind of tidy, some people use paint, some don't, some like stickers, some don't, some like rubber stamps, some don't. It's just some people like adding scrapbook papers into their pages. Oh, here's another big old tip-in that's kind of fun, where I added a bunch of stuff to this piece of vellum, and vellum you wouldn't think was very strong, because vellum's not a super strong paper, but it's holding this really well, and I just love the way that looks. I'm hoping it's on camera here for you. So that was kind of fun to add kind of a sheet of vellum and then this library card that I painted and book card. So I just want to encourage you to just dig in. This is just pink watercolor everywhere with a rubber stamp. So this is just rainbow watercolor everywhere. This is a mess, and this is another oops. First try with acrylic paint. So you're gonna make some oopses, but this isn't, in my opinion, Bible journaling is all about your heart, and heart journaling, that's what I call it when I do this kind of stuff, but it's in like a journal or in like an art book instead of in my Bible. I teach classes on heart journaling. Like here's one I did about boundaries. And so whether it's heart journaling or Bible art journaling, it's really about your heart and getting your heart out on the page, not creating a beautiful work of art. We are all made to create, and everybody's taste is different, everybody's style is different, and that's because we're made uniquely. And so just express your heart on the pages. The ideas are endless, and there's no right or wrong idea. It's whatever you want to make it. The only thing is I want you to enjoy it and not compare yourself to anybody else, okay? So don't compare yourself. Just get with you and Jesus and some markers and whatever you have laying around, some scraps of paper, and just start coloring what's in your heart and getting that down on the pages of your Bible. Okay? So I hope that's encouraging. I hope that you'll get started. I'd love for you to leave me a comment and let me know if there's something that you want to learn or something that you're excited about in the Bible art journaling community, or maybe some questions on how to get started. And I'd be glad to do a video tutorial for you, because my heart just loves this. Obviously, I'm just soaking up the word. This has been since September, folks. All this, September. That's wild. It's made me just jump into my Bible, and I couldn't thank God for a better gift. So it's just been such a huge blessing. So I want it to be one for you too. Thank you for watching, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you find this helpful or fun. And you can find me on Instagram at The Modern Mess Princess, and feel free to tag me in your projects. I'd love to see what you're up to, and I will be back with another tutorial sometime soon. All right, have a great day. Bye.